Well, the elimination final was between the 4th and 5th teams in the competition, and it meant the end of the season for the losers. Both Fitzroy and Essendon were inexperienced in the finals. Fitzroy hadn't played in the finals since 1960 and Essendon since 1973. The Dons hadn't won a flag since '65, and it's way back in the war years, 1944, since the Lions won their last flag. Well, both of the teams had a dream run through the season and at one stage strung together 9 wins in succession, but their entry into the finals was somewhat clouded because they both lost their last qualifying matches last week. The game was played at VFL Park and a crowd of 49,000 was there, and with me Doug Hayward and Doug Mason, and we joined the game 16 minutes into the first quarter.
The scoreboard showing Fitzroy 4-3 and Essendon 1-1. Alexander doing all the work up to date with Crow. Beautifully done, Alexander. A poor throw in, actually. It's left-footed down in front where Shaw should take it. Misses it badly. Bernie Quinlan held it a long time. Thumped by Beecroft. Taken away from him nicely. McMahon batters his way through. Gets it across with the opportunities here now for Wilson. Here, beautifully done to Richardson. Richardson shoots for goal and puts it through, but the umpire said he threw it. The umpire said Wilson threw it, and I think that was a magnificent decision. Umpire Robertson quite enjoying that little bit, but did it well. The free kick is to Muir.
Madden in front. Davis for Essendon. To Fletcher, puts him under the hammer. He escapes a high tackle. Comes across to centre-half forward. Here's Higgins again, who's doing everything right. Has Smith flanking. Smith doesn't know where to go. He's all dressed up, but he finally comes to centre-half forward. It's all Essendon. Going to be Crow, easily. On the chest. And no problems. No one on the mark. Back again to centre-half forward. Here's Watson. Hanson across the centre towards McMahon. And the ever alert and intelligent Davis bangs it away towards Terry Danaher.
And he's marked.
There didn't seem to be too much wrong with the thumb on that occasion.
No signs of any bandages there, Doug, as he picks up the ball, I don't think, either.
I can't see any, Doug. I watched carefully as he ran onto the ground, and he didn't appear to have any problems. You never know. Terry Danaher. 40 metres out, directly in front of goal. And he's tried to steer it. It's wide behind. His second. So still the Essendon tally is being kicked by the Danaher brothers.
Serafini's kick in, looking for Allen. Hasn't had a touch as yet. Paid the free kick and allowed to play on. Over half back, Azuma to centre wing, looking for Irwin. Goes past him to Walls. Walls turning, kicking it high. Quinlan's there, outnumbered 2-1. Almost took the mark. Good recovery from Bernie Quinlan. Wilson at the back. And a chance here to Muir. His handball upfield to Foles. Wide open for Foles. He's kicked to centre half forward. Madden's there, but Alexander beats him to it. The free kick to Madden. At centre half forward. Right in front, 60 metres out. And Essendon badly needs something here. Madden's kick right to the goal mouth. Danaher there, big punch by the Fitzroy defence. Here's Alan Davis in the forward pocket. Snap for goal. Offline, and another behind to the Dons.
Well, the plan is Chris Smith on Neil Danaher, and Hanson is to watch Madden as Serafini drives down over Conlon's head. Max Crow will take it. Didn't look he wanted that one very much. Hurd's got the opportunity, bundled over. Play goes on. Well played, Watson. Overruns it. Hurd still in the middle of it. Pushed. Merrigan's tackling him. Well played, Max Richardson again. Playing like an evergreen today. His kick is a very poor one. Underneath it is Max Crow again. Chance for Quinlan. Quinlan kick number 6 down looking for Beecroft. Scanlon punches away. Then Muir hits it again. Out in a flash it goes to Irwin from Harris. Out to Walls, half forward flank on the outer side. Defensive side, kicks to Wilson perfectly. That's the touch of class from Robert Walls.
Always dangerous when he picks up the ball, Douglas.
Always been a team player, who's this ex-captain of Carlton. Gary Wilson, his fourth kick, angle acute. He'd only be about 30 to 35 metres out. Kicking into the breeze a little. Held up, a nice looking kick, Gary Wilson. A splendid kick, and Fitzroy looking good.
Umpire Saw sets it going again. This time it's the Rovers. Conlon coming after it and trying to pick it up is Irwin, who runs into all sorts of trouble. He's still playing the ball, being held, says umpire Robinson, and Warwick Irwin will take the free. Goes across in the Walls direction. Talbot on his hammer. Walls with superior skill, not superior pace, as you could see. Gets it down towards Beecroft. He's bundled over the line, as is the ball. We'll have a throw in Fitzroy's left forward pocket there. 33 points. Essendon a 9. On 21.50 in the first quarter as Quinlan and Crowe go for it. Quinlan gets it down to Conlon. Evades it, breaks a tackle. Eludes another one. So tries to run with it and does so. And with pace, straightens up and slams towards goal. And he's put it through. He's sent Fitzroy race away. 6-3-39 to Essendon 1-3-9.
Magnificent performance by Conlon, who looked as though he was surrounded near the forward pocket. Won by Crowe over the top of Alexander, but taken away by Irwin. All Essendon, and Scanlon, who's come well up away from Beecroft, 30 metres in front of him. Scanlon short pass across the half-back line, looking for Fletcher, his skipper. And I thought he was taken out of the play when he didn't have the ball, but there's no whistle. It's real final stuff. Finally, Dennis Scanlon again to half forward. Madden with a hand of the ball. Paid the mark.
What a good mark.
Great mark by Simon Madden. Now looking for Terry Danaher. Outnumbered about 5 to 1. Still a chance. Barreled into the ground is Mansfield. Holding the ball, ruled the umpire, although it looked as though he was taken well forward in the tackle, with lots of pushes in the back, and a free kick to Serafini.
Serafini quickly out looking for Chris Hansen. Plenty of help from Keys. Awkward bounce for Marsh and for Harris. Harris judges best. Runs into his own teammate McMahon. Recovers nicely and boots it downfield. Walls again. Fights it with Talbot. And the umpire says he threw the ball up and Talbot takes the free.
And steers it to centre half forward. Coming up is Smith on his own. He's been a good defender, taken all the points. Flips one back to Wilson. Wilson this time to centre half forward. Quinlan Crowe behind. Oh, through his hands. A free kick though to Bernie Quinlan. And he is almost, with his skills, this is his 7th kick, capable of dobbing this right into the goal square. There's no one back there at the moment, so and I know not why. It's over everybody's head. This could be a goal. Yes, it is. What a goal. Bernie Quinlan second, and no one back in the goal, as I said, because he could, and he didn't even try to kick it. But I couldn't understand nobody back there.
Taken by Bennett. His kick towards half forward. Here's Higgins once more. High kick by Higgins to half forward. Wilson's there in front. Good mark. He had Shaw bearing down on him. Around 2 men. Right foots it to the forward pocket. Walls at the back and Beecroft. Walls. Beecroft almost spoiled him. And Robert Walls right on the boundary line, wide out in the left forward pocket. Hardly anything to shoot at, so be looking for a few leads.
Again, no one in the goal square.
And Robert Walls is going for goal. Be a great goal if he kicks it. It's pretty close. What a magnificent goal. And that's 3 goals in a row by Fitzroy, which have been plunged right out of the book.
When you think of it, Drew, they all have. Remember McMahon and Quinlan early kicking those massive goals. It's an extraordinary exhibition of goal kicking because the wind is across the ground and makes it difficult. It's a match-winning looking quarter. Well, we see now at centre bounce they brought Neil Danaher to see if they can get the ball away from the centre. Crowe and Alexander jostle. Alexander wins it. Davis runs it. Crowe said he'll do it himself. He won't though. Here comes Wilson beautifully out to Harris. Harris will give it across. No, he doesn't. I thought it'd go to McMahon. It should have. Irwin will give it to McMahon. McMahon will have the long shot. Bang, off he goes. And just off direction and blotted his copybook. 8 goals for Fitzroy, 52. Essendon 1-3, 9 points, 26 and a half minutes gone.
Scanlon.
Tim Watson being replaced.
There's Wilson, sells the dummy, and Fletcher, a magnificent tackle, puts him down. Getting up, holding his head. Coming on to Taylor is up from the back pocket. He slams in towards Walls. Pinching it was Crow. In there is Foulds, but Walls takes it off him with skill. Straightens up, bangs away towards goal, and dribbles another one through. Another goal at Fitzroy. 9 goals for 58 in a magnificent first quarter. And Robert Walls second.
Serafini. Nice leap from behind by Hansen, intercepted by Andrews, out to Fletcher, well tackled Quinlan. Fletcher recovers cleverly. Down it goes, and Ron Andrews and Simon Madden and Andrews won it. Alexander and Andrews, and Alexander won it again. And I say once again, what a splendid performance it is to beat such a dangerous forward pocket as Madden. Madden looks that he's pretty sore and sorry and probably labouring under injury. But the ultimate respect from the coach, Bill Stephen, is to keep the captain on him even when he's resting in the pocket and doesn't look too fit. Out wide it goes to Smith. Look out, there's Ron Andrews. Back to Keys. Keys well tackled by Fletcher. Picked up by Merrigan. Merrigan, you should go over the line with it, which was better to do. It's out of bounds and will be thrown.
Right half forward. There's Keys, Andrews. Just picks Merrigan up and throws him to the ground. Has a bit of a dash at Harris. Now the West was one. And then balloons it up in the air to no one. Mansfield spins beautifully out of trouble. Bombs away, and here is Andrews. Alexander again. Out to Taylor. Taylor on to Brown. Brown, a beautiful half volley, can run. And does. Up through centre wing he goes. Cross to half forward with a little chip shot. Coming through is Muggerman. He can't take it. Picked up by Bennett to save the day for Fitzroy. Onto Mansfield. Back in the centre half forward. And there's Quinton. He says thanks a ton. Flips it onto the runner. Allen. Away he goes through centre. He will hand pass to Harris. Back to Allen. No. Should have. Didn't worry. Got it to Irwin. Irwin to Allen, and they're messing around a bit, and Allen pops away for goal, and this is through. It's hit the post. So Graham Allen 3 behinds today. Bit of Lairising there, I thought.
Talbot with the kick, straight up the centre of the ground. Quinlan very high in a two-fister. Well read by Wilson. On towards Irwin, and Irwin barrels it straight through the centre. What great combination by 3 top players, and Irwin's first goal.
Gary Wilson and Bernie Quinlan. 2 of the skilled ones. The mighty flea, as they call Gary Wilson. With affection at Fitzroy. Chris Hansen has a run on the ball down to Wilson. Look at him go with it. Out he goes again. Quinlan follows through with tremendous endeavour, does Big Bernie. 6'4" of him, and can't he run? Max Richardson gets it, shoots for goal and kicks very, very badly. Wide out towards the pocket. Scanlon battling well in front. Irwin's right on the boundary line. Actually just dribbled it over the line with his foot and might have been penalised, but he wasn't, and it will be thrown in.
From Fitzroy's right forward pocket. It's 22 and nearly 23 minutes gone in the last quarter, and they're leading by 80 points. And it's been all over bar the shouting since quarter time. Madden gets it out. Picked up by Muir. Muir towards Mansfield, but in there's Max Richardson. Oh, traps it beautifully, pops away towards goal, and he's kicked it behind. He's been very quiet since the first quarter as Max Richardson. He's kicked 1-3, and he looked very dangerous, but that's about all.
Kick in straight up the ground, and look at that, straight into the arms of Hansen, who was 10 metres from anyone. Perhaps the kick was aimed for Madden, but it was a poor kick out.
It was 15th.
15th kick to Hansen, and the halfback nearly barrel a goal here from 55 metres. Hasn't quite got the distance. Beecroft and Scanlon off the hands for a behind.
Well, Beecroft would like another goal or so because it'd give him a chance to top the goal kick with another. Look at that atrocious kick out by Muir. Oh boy, don't talk about it. Here's Mansfield. He might now, as they get back to Muir. Muir's been one of the better players today, but hasn't had much to beat, of course. Brown across to Chris Hansen, who'll have another. No, he'll have a short one. McMahon, he'll have a shot to goal, of course, because he kicks long and straight.
He was spoken to very severely by the runner, Doug, after the short pass last time when we anticipated he would have a shot to goal.
Here's David McMahon, who's kicked one only, but he's kicked long, and I think he's made it. That's his second. No doubt about supporters, they're still cheering, even though it makes it 17-22, 124, and Essendon a miserable 4-12-36.
There's the ever-present Alexander in the ruck again. He comes down to Bennett into open territory. Taylor tries to smother. Well, beautifully by Robbins, straightens up, bangs towards goal, and he has put it through for Essendon's fifth. And ironical cheers. Stephen Robbins.
And the Fitzroy supporters loved every minute of it. It's been a long time between drinks and it was a success in a finals match. Fitzroy really won it in the first quarter when they led by 49 points, having kicked 9 goals to 1 and ran out winners by 81 points. For Fitzroy, Quinlan kicked 4 goals, Walls 3, 2 apiece to McMahon, Wilson, Beecroft and Conlon, and Essendon's 5 goal kickers came from 5 individuals. Well, Bill Stephen is having his third stint as a coach at Fitzroy. He played 162 games with Fitzroy in the years when they largely struggled. He had 2 years as coach with Essendon and was replaced by Barry Davis, and so he was pleased with the Lions' first finals performance since 1960. I spoke with him after the game. Give you great satisfaction.
Yes, I was very wrapped in the way that the team played. Well, they played as a team. It was good.
What did you do with them that was special before the game?
Well, I didn't do a great deal today. I think I spoke less to them than what I had in other previous matches, but I emphasised exactly what I wanted and didn't try and confuse them with too much, because I believe that the preparation, the ballyhoo that surrounds finals, everybody telling them things, you know, we were told a million things about Essendon and so on, and I think you've got to be very careful that you don't confuse the players, and we didn't do a lot in preparation for the match, really.
But they came out on such a high. Their first quarter performance, the game was virtually over at quarter time.
Well, that was how I wanted it, because I felt that Essendon, allowed to get up, could have been troublesome, and we just had to win the game in that first quarter.
Would you like to eulogise about any players in particular? It was a fine all-round performance, but I mean, Wilson, Alexander, Irwin, they were just superb, weren't they?
Yes, yeah, we've got some wonderful players here, and we've got some great tryers that aren't blessed with the same ability. But I thought it was a great team effort, really. They did pretty well everything I asked for today, and I was very, very happy. The only thing we didn't do was we didn't go on and kick a lot of goals and really, you know, win by an enormous amount. But there was a fairly strong cross breeze, and you've got to give credit to Essendon for keeping at it, even though they virtually had no hope. But so they made the match. You know, goals weren't plentiful really after quarter time, but there again I was quite happy to run it out and win it well, because percentage doesn't really count now.
Well, so far it's been impossible for anybody to win from 4th or 5th spot. You couldn't possibly go into the finals with a better performance. How do you think you'll go from now?
Well, nothing's impossible, particularly in football, and we were very disappointed at losing our 3rd spot, which we'd held on to for 10 or 11 weeks or whatever it was, and we got a fair bit of rubbishing from the public and the papers and so on, the media this week, about losing last week. But, you know, I think they failed to take a lot of things into calculations. It was a very human failing, and credit to Geelong that plugged away and persevered, and we were just, it probably helped us to be more determined to win today. But the other thing is that perhaps now that, provided that we did beat Essendon, which we have, it may not be such a bad thing, because at least we've got a good performance under our belt and we're full of confidence, whereas Collingwood, I believe they lost. They could be down a bit in confidence, although Collingwood are never without confidence. But again, we've beaten them twice, and there's no reason why we can't beat them the 3rd time.
Fitzroy coach Bill Stephen, and they might yet be a chance because Fitzroy during the year have had good wins against Collingwood and North Melbourne. They haven't beaten Carlton, the top qualifiers, as yet, but they're in there and perhaps still a chance for season 1979. Well, now let's have a look at some more of the highlights from our two finals matches.
Punched away by McCormack, comes down towards Melrose, support from Casson. He has the pot shot, again getting going back and will take the mark. On towards Tatter. Oh, he nearly ran out of ground, but there on the board. It's retarded just a bit. The ball luckily finds him again. A wobbly old kick up towards Stewart. He's in front, picked up by Morris. He wants support, there's none there. Has the pot shot for goal, and there's Collingwood second on the board.
Brewer, Weirmouth now. He's had a few shots for goal. He's been a grand player. Maybe this is his time to kick a goal. Tanner now has a chance. Plays the ball in front. He's got plenty of pace as he breaks away now. Good shepherding by a teammate there in Boys. Tanner's run about 50 metres. Opened up play well. Good stuff. Melrose now. He's got to get round McCormack. Steadies. Shoot. It's a beauty.
Who's kicked 3 already. Out wide. Boys. Oh, great snap! What a shot! Glendenning under it, but well spoiled. Now Boys should kick a goal, and does. Towards 18.
Stephen Torbett will gain from this one because it's a 50-metre kick to centre wing. Andrews in front, Madden behind, and has marked.
Higgins, taken nicely by Merrigan. Beautiful kick, Merrigan, and a great mark, McMahon. Tumbling, courageous, magnificent catch. This fella kicks a long way normally too, and this is no exception. Wow, 2 fantastic goals.
Here's Max Richardson again, inside half forward, going past his Wilson. Beautiful left foot pass, look at that. Right into the chest of Bernie Quinlan. Fitzroy have been fairly well stopped by Essendon and spoiled in this quarter. Quinlan's 9th kick, and it should be another goal. It is. Through the hands of a teammate, a good scoop by Richardson. Good recovery. A left foot kick for goal, hasn't got the distance. Beecroft against Scanlon. A spoil by the Essendon defender. Straight to Quinlan. Quinlan around 1. Left foot snap for goal. 4 goals to Bernie Quinlan. Partly intercepted by Hurd and taken away by Hurd, who drives it back towards centre half forward. Ball Fitzroy, but the crumbs come down to Crow. Just gets the handball away, but to no one. Here's Fletcher, up in attack now. Breaks away, lines up for a goal, and the skipper, looking for Essendon's 3rd only goal, has done it.
Serafini in on top of it, and off they go once again through the runner.
There's Allen, half back, going up towards the wing. On to Harris. Harris on towards McMahon. This is beautiful football. McMahon into towards the centre. Here's the leading Beecroft. Bounces before it gets to him. Picked up by Irwin. But Wall's running past, decided to hook it back over his shoulder and spin it away from goal and through from behind.